Shang Tsung has the unique skill set of transforming into other characters and retaining both their abilities and techniques. But make no mistake, while Shang Tsung serves Shao Kahn, he follows his own personal agenda. Now, thanks to his sheer cunning and entertainment ploys, Shang Tsung remains a fan favorite among Mortal Kombat fans. However, it seems the sorcerer has more to offer than meets the eye. What else should fans know about Shang Tsung? Well, don't worry, because this top 10 is gonna correct that. Number 10, the Chinese sorcerer archetype. Given how the original Mortal Kombat takes cues from popular Mortal Kombat art films, it makes sense for a character to come from the popular Chinese sorcerer archetype. In particular, a character named Shang Lao will serve as the mystic figure in the Mortal Kombat tournament. According to the team, Lo Pan, which comes from Big Trouble in Little China, served as one of the many inspirations for this Shang Lao character. Intensely, Shang Lao has a much more grandiose role in the original game. In fact, he originally held the distinction of beheading losing fighters before the game inserted the fatality system. So he was just basically going to be off with their head. Number 9, the father of Kitsune. Now, additionally, the Shang Lao character served as the father of another cut character named Kitsune. This character held a princess archetype and was assigned to be the spoil of victory for the winner of the tournament. Kitsune would have then fallen for Liu Kang and betrayed her own father. While the Kitsune character didn't make it to the final game, her character became the basis for who we know today, Kitana. Now, intensely, the Shang Lao character, the Shang Lao character didn't make it to the main series either. Instead, the Shang Lao character became the sorcerer Shang Tsung. While Shang Tsung is not Kitana's father, he does retain the Chinese sorcerer archetype. Number 8. Varying designs but always sinister. Fans might notice that Shang Tsung's primary design changed throughout the years, right? However, according to Herman Sanchez, the art director of Mortal Kombat, the sorcerer's designs always had an aim to achieve sinister design. As such, this explains why Shang Tsung always had a knack for robes. Dude always was robed down, accessories of gold, and various jewelry and stance or pose that attached him to nobility. This is also in stark contrast to other consistent things from other characters, such as the shinobi garb of ninjas Scorpion and Sub-Zero like to stick to. Interestingly, Acclaim Entertainment revealed in a 1994 interview that there's also no definitive and correct way of pronouncing the sorcerer's name, Shang Tsung. There's no correct way. However you pronounce it is however you pronounce it. Number 7. A reoccurring cobra molt. In addition to a sense of regality, it appears the cobra is a persistent and reoccurring animal for Shang Tsung. For instance, Shang Tsung transforms into a cobra for his MK3 animality. Moreover, Shang Tsung uses a huge flaming cobra to knock out Raiden in the Mortal Kombat Deception opening screen, and he also did the same thing when he wanted to disable Jax. That's just his thing. He also used this in recent games, as I just mentioned in Mortal Kombat 11. I'll give you more details. How about I do that? Shang Tsung had cobras incorporated in his belt, the back on his shoulder designs. Shang Tsung transformed into a giant cobra in his MK11 intro and used the same transformation against Cetrion in the Aftermath story mode. Number 6, the original champion. Lore fans might remember that Kung Lao served as Earthrealm's first Mortal Kombat champion. However, Shang Tsung holds the distinction of being the champion of the first ever Mortal Kombat. Back then, they call it the Shaolin Tournament, over 500 years ago. Its at this time that the elder gods cursed him with accelerated aging for failing to appease the gods. In turn, he appears old, aging, and dying unless he consumes the souls of others. However, this ability also endowed him with the skills of the souls he possesses. Now, status as the first Mortal Kombat champion might explain his familiarness with the tournament's rules and regulations after the gods punished him. Shang Tsung became the official coordinator of the tournament. Afterwards, Shang Tsung conspired to help Outworld win by enlisting his protege, the Shokin warrior Goro, to join the tournament. Number 5. The Unseen Twisted Demons of Shang Tsung. Now, of all characters in the series, it's Shang Tsung that perhaps has undergone the most visible transformation. After he defeated as an old man, he got defeated as an old man, Shao Kahn actually resurrected Shang Tsung as a younger version of himself in MK2. Apparently, the resurrected Shang Tsung was his 19-year-old self. Additionally, Shao Kahn had done this to enlist Shang Tsung's help in conquering Earthrealm and resurrecting Queen Sindel. However, Shang Tsung's most remarkable transformation was his unused one. According to Mortal Kombat co-creator John Tobias, Shang Tsung apparently had a true form in the guise of a twisted demon that never made it into the games. This may explain how shape-shifting nature, as well as his abilities to fire projectiles in the form of flaming skulls. So that's one of the reasons why I think this dude going all the way out, because he does have a true form we didn't get to see that we will need to be able to see at some point. Number 4. Quan Chi is both a friend and an enemy. Shang Tsung and Quan Chi established the Deadly Alliance to take control of Naga's secret army and take Outworld for themselves. This was surprising to Mortal Kombat fans, as both sorcerers almost always mastermind their ploys alone but never together. Quan Chi even taunts Kung Lao by saying no Earthrealm boy could stop this Deadly Alliance, to which Shang Tsung replies, "On that we agree." Intensely, this line of dialogue implies that indeed Shang Tsung and Quan Chi rarely get along. However, other game materials may reveal that their disagreements didn't stop them from making beneficial exchanges with each other. For instance, in mythology Sub-Zero, it appears Quan Chi learned of the map of the elements courtesy of Shang Tsung, who then learned of its location by absorbing the soul of the great Kung Lao. Now, number 3. Aaron Black owes him his longevity. Fans might wonder how the bounty hunter Aaron Black has lived for so long despite his age. Apparently that's because Shang Tsung himself bestowed longevity to Aaron Black in return for his services. This establishes a unique connection between the two, as this means Aaron Black is most likely knowledgeable in matters across the realms despite being an Earthrealmer. Intensely, this might also be a reference to how Quan Chi manipulated Scorpion into serving him by resurrecting the ninja as a vengeful specter shinobi. However, fans might find it odd that Aaron Black and Shang Tsung never had any meaningful interactions together. This might also imply that the directions have at some point retconned their connection, because we never hear anything about it. Number 2. Chronicle owes him the Crown of Souls. In the Aftermath story mode, Shang Tsung appears alongside Nightwolf and Fujin to convince Fire God Liu Kang that he needs the Crown of Souls to manipulate the Hourglass of Time. Now, a bit reluctant, Liu Kang agrees to send the three back in time to retrieve the crown before it gets destroyed. Unfortunately, Shang Tsung eventually takes possession of the crown, killing Sindel, Shao Kahn, and even Chronicle in the process. It's only at Liu Kang's hands that the sorcerer meets his doom. Intensely, take a shot for every time I say that. Shang Tsung has intimate knowledge about the crown due to his connection with it. Chronicle admits to manipulating events to ensure Shang Tsung will hone his ability to collect souls for her eventual use. However, she also reveals that Shang Tsung himself created the crown for her. Simple as that. Number 1. Always Shang Tsung in mirror matches. Now, even Shang Tsung's infamous shape-shifting has gone beyond the fourth wall. In most games, dialogue between characters in mirror matches will almost always have one character accuse the other of being Shang Tsung. For instance, in MKX, Reptile fights himself would have one of them declare that they are indeed Shang Tsung in disguise. Moreover, even Shang Tsung makes a unique reference when facing himself in an MK11 mirror match. According to the sorcerer, he actually has a brother named Shang Lao, perhaps a reference to the unused beta version of himself. Intensely, even Sub-Zero as a DLC character in Injustice 2 accuses the Enchantress, who can also absorb souls, as working with Shang Tsung. So those are the top 10 facts I wanted to bring to you guys. And I want to pass this question off to you guys in the comment section below. Is Shang Tsung one of the top 10 baddest villains in fighting game history? I want you to sound off in the comments. I will be reading, so make sure you leave me your thoughts. If you enjoyed the video, drop me a like and a subscribe, as it helps the channel and tells the algorithm that you like what you see. Be sure to tune in tonight. This video may be over, but not the party. Also, be sure to check out the video that you see on your screen about Vera Briggs, who is the wife of Jax Briggs and the mother of Jackie Briggs. So you want to check this out. It's going to be fantastic. I don't think nobody else on YouTube has covered this in great detail, and I do plan on expanding on making an extended version of it. So be sure to support the channel by clicking on that video.